Hello. Today we're going to look at how to lay a hedge. This is an ancient craft that's still used to revitalise and conserve hedges, to make them more stock-proof and to increase their value as wildlife habitats. The technique involves bending over the stems and branches within the hedge, then anchoring them along the hedge line. This way, gaps in the hedge can be filled, and the fresh growth it encourages increases the body and density of the hedge. Most trees and shrubs found in hedges can be laid even when they're old, with thick stems. A saw, a billhook and a mallet are all that may be needed, and a sharpening stone will keep your billhook really sharp. Inspect the hedge. Identify the stems to be laid and then remove the rest. On sloping ground, always work down the slope. Beneath the bark is a thin layer of living sapwood, which consists of 3 distinct parts. Together, these layers enable the stem both to grow and to transport sugars, minerals and water up and down the tree. The centre of the stem, or heartwood, gives the stem its strength and rigidity. Working from one end, pleat each stem in turn by cutting partly through the stem just above ground level. Make the cuts at an angle of 30 to 40 degrees on the opposite side to the intended direction of laying. Cut through the stems sufficiently so that they'll bend without snapping, leaving enough sapwood to sustain the laid stem. Short stems should be laid less steeply than long ones. With experience and a sharp billhook, pleaching generally needs only a few blows. Drive stakes at roughly a man's arm's length apart, about 2 foot, into the ground along the centre of the hedge. Weave long, thin, flexible branches, called binders, salvaged either from the hedge or from recently coppiced hazel, between the stakes. The stakes should be about a foot longer than the intended height of the laid hedge. These make the whole structure rigid. With a stout pole, tap the binders down the stakes until they're just above the hedge. Cut all the stakes at an angle of 45 degrees so they shed water to the same height just above the binders. The thin branches that stick out of the hedge are usually trimmed on the side of the hedge that bounds a track or a road. On the field side, they're generally left for a year or so until the hedge thickens up, as they help to make the hedge more stock-proof. This illustrates well the value of laying hedges.